Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I just saw something hilarious here over on Twitter. This tweet from Pirate Nation that reads, "People on LinkedIn blame non-existing modern audience for Lost Records' failure, not buying or pre-ordering or buying the deluxe version." Check it out. From some entertainment lawyer person apparently. Says, "On consumer responsibility, all caps, the penny still hasn't dropped for many consumers. I was browsing reaction to the Lost Records reviews this morning and couldn't believe what I was reading. Quotes like, 'The reviews aren't that great,' and 'I'll wait for episode 2. I was interested, but I'm going to pass.' These sentiments are coming from self-selecting consumers who are presumably interested in its themes and would claim to be supportive of its developers, but who are still withholding commitment. To reiterate, as a consumer, these are the ways you support a product. 1. Buy it full price, ideally pre-ordering it, and ideally buying the deluxe version. 2. Play it. 3. Get other people to buy and play it." Okay, before we continue really quick, if you don't know Lost Records, this is the new game from developer Don't Nod, developers behind the Life is Strange games. We can see the description here over on Steam for Lost Records. Says, "Film your summer of 1995 and create memories of a lifetime with your new friends. 27 years later, confront the dark secrets that made you all promise to never speak again after the fateful summer. With tags such as LGBTQ+, Choices Matter, 1990s, and Story Rich." Taking a very brief look at the About section, it reads, "Rewind back to the 90s and live the defining summer of 4 high school girls as they forge bonds through their growing friendship, their punk band, and an unexplained event that will forever change their lives. Experience the story in 2 thrilling parts. Tape 1, Bloom, launches February 18th, and Tape 2, Rage, launches April 15th. Rage will become available as a free downloadable update when it's released." According to SteamDB Analytics, there are currently 709 players in-game right now, a 24-hour peak of also 709, and an all-time peak of 1,990. Okay, so we left off with this LinkedIn person telling people to buy games like this full price, ideally pre-order them, buy the deluxe version, play the games, and get people to also buy and play the games. They then go on to say, "Anything else pales in significance to those 3 things. You have to support what you want to see. This is particularly true if you're advocating for niche or varied types of release. What you say or post does not matter. What you do, and especially what you spend, does. If you want more of a certain type of game or theme or protagonist, you cannot afford to fence it. You must buy." In the case of Lost Records, the developer Don't Nod has lost 90% of its market cap over the past 5 years. It has done everything that advocates and activists have clamored for during that period to consistent commercial failure, including the pretty good Banishers. If it doesn't get a hit soon, it will have to lay more people off, and it will go out of business. Then those same people will mourn and decry the state of the games industry or dearth of diverse female protagonists, to which the only possible retort should be, "Did you buy Lost Records at launch?" At the same time, a lesson for companies across media about who and what to value. What people say means nothing. A criticism from someone is meaningless if they don't routinely spend money and time on your products. Take book talk/romantasy books. That is an area that is consistently mocked and derided. Those opinions mean nothing. What matters? The people spending hundreds of dollars a year on books. Likewise, core fans of a genre property are more valuable than a speculative viewer who might watch if you changed X or Y. You cannot afford to alienate a consumer spending hundreds a year on your IP. And so it is with games. The most valuable consumers are those who spend the most time and money playing games, especially games with the genre. Robin Boyer GDC wrote an excellent post last week on target audience, and I would add an additional question. What do people who spend over $250 a year of games and spend over 100 hours a year in our genre think? Why 250? Because unless you are from or Larian, it's naive to think that someone who buys 3 games a year is going to make your game one of the 3. Anyway, I hope people buy Lost Records because it looks like an interesting theme and setting, and I do think Don't Nod are genuinely talented. It's on PS Plus, so you can try it. So yeah, there's a lot of funny stuff to unpack there, especially the part where they said, in the case of Lost Records, the developer Don't Nod has lost 90% of its market cap over the past 5 years. It has done everything that advocates and activists have clamored for. Guess doing that hasn't really worked out so well, has it? But he is right how these sort of activists and like modern audience types constantly decry the state of the games industry and never take accountability for the reasons why things are the way they are with certain companies in the industry, because obviously there are still plenty of gaming companies that are not doing poorly, and the gaming companies that are doing poorly seem to have the recurring theme that many of them are Western companies that have delved way into DEI nonsense, something that those sort of people never admit. But anyways, let me know what you think about that stuff. Thank you for tuning in, have a great weekend, and if you enjoyed the coverage, consider liking and or subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.